Listen to Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, Level A2, Oxford Reading University.
Part 1. It is the middle of the 18th century in England. A boy named Jim Hawkins lives by the seaside. His house is also an inn that belongs to his family. One day, a seaman appears at the doorstep. His appearance is quite unusual. He is tall and heavy. His skin is tanned, and his beard black and very thick. He carries a huge box with a heavy lock. Jim calls him the captain because he looks like an experienced seaman. The man says he is going to stay at the inn for a while. The captain spent days walking along the beach. In the inn, he did nothing except drink rum and sing an old sea song. 15 men on the dead man's box, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. Little by little, Jim and the captain became friends. Most of all, Jim loved the captain's exciting stories of dangerous sea adventures. Months passed. Once on a cold January morning, a tall, pale man entered the inn. "I am looking for Billy Bones," he said. Although he was smiling, the expression on his face was scary. When the captain saw the man, he jumped to his feet at once. "Black Dog," he cried. "Billy, do you recognize an old friend?" the man said, smiling. However, the captain didn't seem pleased at all. "I have come to talk to you," the man added. The captain was quiet for a moment, looking angrily at Black Dog. Then they went upstairs to the captain's room. Soon, Jim heard the captain's loud cry, "No, never! Over my dead body!" And then Black Dog, with his face and arm covered in blood, jumped out into the hall and disappeared through the door. The captain followed him, but in the middle of the room he fell, pale as death. It turned out that he was very ill.
English courses, famous audiobooks for all levels, word games, and rating charts to keep you motivated, all in one place. The Ava app. Don't just learn English, enjoy it. Check out appewa.com right now.
2. The captain lay in bed and couldn't stand up. Dr. Livesey, the local medicine man, visited him and gave him medical advice. Jim also took care of his friend. One day, the boy entered his room to find the captain deep in thought. "How long am I going to lie around here?" the captain asked in a worried voice. "You should rest for another week, Captain," Jim replied. "By thunder!" the captain shouted. "I can't stay for so long. The pirates of Old Flint are coming after me." Jim didn't understand. "Who?" he asked. "I once was a pirate on the ship of the famous Flint," the captain explained. "He was called the Terror of the Seas. Before he died, he told me about his treasure. Now his secret lies in my box, and other pirates want it. I must leave immediately," he exclaimed, growing nervous. Jim tried to stop him. "Please, Captain, you should rest," he said. But the captain didn't listen. He tried to get up, but his heart was too weak. He couldn't get over such heavy stress. The captain caught hold of his shirt and fell on the bed. He was dead. Jim was terribly scared. He called his mother, but it was too late. Together they searched the captain's body and found an old key on his neck. "Perhaps it will open the captain's box," Jim's mother guessed. And she was right. Inside they found a neat suit, lots of gold coins, and some strange papers. "I will take exactly as much money as he had to pay for his stay," Jim's mother said. Then she began to count coin after coin. Suddenly, they heard heavy footsteps outside. Carefully, Jim went up to the window. Through the curtains he saw several pirates. Black Dog was among them. "Mother, forget about the money. We must go," he said. Without giving it much thought, he grabbed the papers from the box. After that, they left the inn through the back door. Jim and his mother hid behind a tree. Soon they heard many men shouting, "Break down the door, Johnny! Dirk, look for Bill Bones. He is dead, and his box is open. Where is Flint's map? Find the map. If we get it, we will be richer than King George." Suddenly they heard gunshots in the distance. The pirates were scared. In fear, they took the captain's money and ran out of the inn. The king's soldiers came and searched the inn together with Jim. Nothing was missing except for the captain's money. "So they were looking for Bill Bones' gold?" one soldier asked. "No, sir. I think they were looking for this." Jim pulled the papers out of his pocket. "But I would like to show them to Dr. Livesey. He is an intelligent man, so he will know what to do at once." 3. Jim found Dr. Livesey in the house of his friend Squire Trelawney. The men were having lunch together. Jim told them about the pirates and showed the papers from the captain's box. Dr. Livesey studied them carefully. "Tell me, Squire," he asked in a serious voice, "have you heard of Flint?" "Of course," the squire replied excitedly. "He was the greatest of pirates. Even the Spanish seamen were afraid of him. I must say, I am pleased that such a famous pirate is an Englishman." Dr. Livesey was quiet for a moment. Then he asked, "And did he have a lot of money?" Trelawney laughed. "Money? Dear Livesey, were you not listening to Jim's story? It was his money that the pirates were after." "We shall find that out soon," Dr. Livesey said. "I just want to make one thing clear. If these papers will help us find his treasure, how big will it be?" "If you can find the treasure, I will immediately go to Bristol to buy a ship and hire good seamen," Trelawney replied. "It is so big that we will be rich for the rest of our lives." "Well then, let's look at these papers together," Dr. Livesey suggested. It was a map of an island with an exact geographical position. It had many handwritten words and instructions, and a big red cross at the top. The note under the cross said, "Lots of treasure here." "Livesey," Trelawney cried excitedly, "I am going to Bristol right now. Make all necessary arrangements. We are leaving in 2 weeks, and little Jim is coming too." Livesey, however, preferred to keep his head cool. "My friend, you should be careful with both word and action," he said slowly. "I am sure we are not the only ones searching for this treasure. The pirates may already be following our every step." Trelawney promised to be careful and set off for Bristol. A few days later, Jim and Dr. Livesey received a letter from Trelawney. "My friends, I have found a wonderful ship for our adventure. It is called Hispaniola. Also, I was lucky to meet an experienced seaman. His name is Long John Silver, and he lost his leg in a fight many years ago. He runs an inn here in Bristol, and he is going to be our cook. With his smart advice, I hired a team of professional seamen. You will not find them very attractive in appearance, though. I look forward to going on an adventure with you. Sincerely yours, Trelawney." 4. After reading the letter, Jim and Dr. Livesey went to Bristol. They found Trelawney in an inn. "We are ready to sail tomorrow," the squire happily reported. "Jim, you should go and introduce yourself to Silver." John Silver was a tall, good-natured man. Jim liked him immediately. They started discussing the future journey. Suddenly, a man jumped up from a table and ran to the door. Jim recognized him at once. "Black Dog! Get him! He is a pirate!" he shouted. But before Silver could do anything, the man was gone. "By thunder!" Silver laughed. "How can Squire Trelawney trust me if there is a pirate in my inn? I have never seen him before, that Black. What did you call him again?" "Black Dog," Jim repeated. "Aye, Black Dog. I have never seen him," Silver said, smiling. "We shall report to Squire Trelawney." They found Trelawney and Dr. Livesey in a small cafe by the port. Silver told the story in every detail. "Well, there isn't much we can do about Black Dog," Trelawney said. "We are about to leave soon. The crew must be on the ship at 4 o'clock, he ordered. "Aye, sir," Silver replied, smiling. Then he left. "Well, Squire, I don't usually trust your choices, but Silver seems like a good man to me," Dr. Livesey noticed. Soon the whole crew was on the ship, preparing to set sail. Everyone was excited, except the captain, Mr. Smollett. "I shall be honest with you, Squire," he told Trelawney. "I will not complain about the ship, but the crew worries me a lot. It looks like they know much more about our purpose than I do. There is talk among them. They already know the exact location of the island that we are searching for. I will keep a close eye on these men." By morning the ship was ready, and the seamen raised the anchor. When the right wind came, they moved away from land and sailed toward Treasure Island. 5. Several days passed. The journey was going well. One night, Jim got hungry and went to get some food. He entered a cabin under the deck where fruit and other food was stored. At the bottom of a big box lay an apple. Jim climbed inside to get it. Suddenly, he heard voices. A man came close to the box and spoke. "Yes, I sailed with Flint a lot. We went through fire and water together. I lost my leg, but brought back a lot of money from these adventures." Jim recognized the voice. It was Silver. A young seaman asked, "Are we going to get a lot of money too?" "Most certainly," Silver laughed. "Flint's best pirates are here on the ship. We will find his treasure and become rich." "Then we must kill Captain Smollett and the others," another voice suggested. It belonged to Israel Hands, Silver's old friend. "They cause too much trouble," Israel continued. "Moreover, Smollett's life here is too comfortable. He sleeps in the captain's cabin while I sleep in a small, dirty room under the deck." "Shut your mouth, Hans," Silver shouted. "We must wait. Smollett is a first-class seaman. We need him to manage the ship. And the others will be of use too. Trelawney has Flint's map. He will lead us to the treasure. And then we will kill them all." Lying at the bottom of the box, Jim tried not to make a single sound. He shook with fear. Suddenly he saw Silver's hand above his head. The pirate reached for the apple and nearly touched Jim's hair. Fortunately for the boy, a loud cry came from the deck at that very moment. "Land!" someone shouted. When everyone left, Jim quietly made his way out of the box. "Now I know that John Silver isn't our friend, nor is he kind and good-natured. He is a mean and dangerous pirate," Jim thought to himself, nearly crying. He ran to Captain Smollett and shared this discovery with him. Squire Trelawney and Dr. Livesey were there too. The men fell into deep thought. "What shall we do now?" Dr. Livesey asked. "There are 26 men aboard. How many of them can we trust?" "There are 3 of us and little Jim," Trelawney counted. "And I have trust in Gray, Hunter, and Joyce." "That makes 7 men," the captain said, and hung his head. "Until we know for sure every friend and enemy, we can't attack. We have to wait and be careful." 6. The ship came close to Treasure Island. It was covered with tall gray trees and seemed very dark. The captain acted as if he didn't know anything about the pirates' plan. Silver suggested he sail to the island and explore it. The captain agreed, and let Silver take some of his men with him. This way, the captain hoped to take over the ship. Suddenly, Jim had an idea. He decided to go to the island with the pirates. He secretly got into one of their boats. Nobody saw him. As they set foot on the land, Jim ran away into the thick, dark forest. He stopped under dark, heavy trees and heard 2 men talking. One of them was John Silver, and another an honest seaman. "John, I have known you for many years," the seaman said. "You are a good man. Why are you with those awful pirates?" Before Silver could say anything, a strange noise came from the distance. "What was that?" the seaman asked worriedly. Ah, that. That, I guess, was poor Alan, Silver replied calmly. John, the seaman cried, if Alan is dead, then you should kill me too. I am an honest man, and I don't trust you any more. With these words, he turned and was about to leave. Silver attacked him from behind. He pulled him to the ground and cut him twice with his knife. The poor man was dead. In fear, Jim ran for his life through the woods. They have killed 2 honest seamen, he thought. They are going to kill me too. Goodbye, Captain Smollett. Soon he found himself on a small field. He noticed a strange figure behind a tree. What is it? A monkey or a bear? Jim thought in fear. But what if it is a man? He remembered his father's scary stories of wild, man-eating peoples of faraway islands. He took a few careful steps forward. Who are you? He asked. The man looked out from behind the tree. My name is Ben Gunn, he answered in a low voice. I am a poor man, and I haven't spoken with a person for 3 years. Do you live here? Jim asked. I came here with the pirates 3 years ago, but they left me and sailed away, the poor man explained. Have you arrived on Flint's ship? No, Flint is dead, Jim replied. But many of his men are on that ship. They are looking for Flint's treasure. Then Jim told him the whole story. Look, Jim, Ben Gunn said, you are a good boy. I can help your friends, and perhaps you can help me. I have a boat hidden under a huge rock. I will give it to you to get you back to the ship.
Part 2 is coming soon.
Send this story to a friend who likes to practice English. And now, listen to another English audiobook.